pop pop, pop pop pop, pop pop. Potato pow pow pow, potato po, potato po po po, potato po. I want you, potato po po po, potato pow, potato po po po, potato pow. Potato po po po, potato pow, potato po po po, potato po. Potato po po po, potato po, potato pop pop pop. We're gonna pop those balls. We're gonna pop them down. We're gonna pop those po. We're gonna pop them down. We're gonna pop those po. We're gonna pop them down. We got the UCL. Gonna pop them down. We did this Arsenal. We're gonna pop them down. We're gonna pop pop pop. Po, 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 po. What? Who? He's been brought up on charges. I've been to the courts today. I was on the phone. I've been on the phone with lawyers. They are saying Romelu, first of his name Lukaku, is a domestic abuser. He has domestically abused an entire football club. This is the first time we've ever seen an offense like this. And he's looking at 25 to life. He's looking at 25 to life, no parole. No parole, because they said that we have evidence. And I was shocked. I said, well, no. So we have had evidence of a 90-minute domestic abuse of Arsenal Football Club. And as I said, because I was just on the phone to Lukaku, Lukaku, you're facing 25 to life. I mean, the evidence is damning. It's bad. This was bad because Arsenal thought they got rid of the Drogba nightmare because Drogba test tubed and reconstructed these guys for several years. And they thought, you know what, we are rid of the Drogba nightmare. But the nightmare's only just begun. Because this could be a whole different problem Arsenal have to contend with. Because Arsenal, they thought we're going to go up against Werner. We understand Werner. We understand Havertz. We understand these guys who run around. We understand this whole false night. What we don't understand, what we will not accept, is a striker who can control, a striker who can link play, a striker who's intelligent, a striker who's good on the ball, a striker who can play with his back to goal, a striker who can turn when the ball is given to him, and a guy who has amazing link-up play. My Lord in heaven, this is what I've been waiting for. Giroud was a tree trunk. Morata was garbage, had no brain. Morata was a Filipino, he was a moron. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but you see, honesty is the best method. Honesty is the best medicine, because without honesty, we can't live. We could only live through honesty. Do you know how much I suffered through that guy, Werner? I warned you. But Werner contributes. Werner helps the team. Werner plays. Werner cooks the meal. Werner gives massages. Shut up, you stupid, dim-witted, thick-headed, good-for-nothing idiots who all you do, you are tribal merchants where, oh, because it's Chelsea, I'm supporting. No, call it as it is. Because I want to record all you losers who stood by Werner and said, oh, he contributes. Did you see what we just saw today? Did you see what we just saw today? I don't recognize this team. This is a whole new team. This is a whole different team that doesn't resemble the team that I saw last season, because Tuchel needs to be given Nobel Peace Prize, because how Tuchel managed to win a Champions League and get top 4 with Werner as a frontman is nothing short of a miracle. It's nothing short of miraculous. Nothing short of miraculous. Because Even in the previous game, I was like, man, there's so much good build-up play. Imagine if there was just a presence. If there was just somebody constantly there in the box who you could play off to, who you could play with. Because the thing with Giroud is that Giroud has a presence, he doesn't have the intelligence, he doesn't have the ability, he doesn't have the technique. Lukaku has completely revamped this entire team. And when I say domestic abuse, I 100% mean domestic abuse. This was ugly because every time Lukaku had the ball, he caused Arsenal issues. Every single time he had the ball, you couldn't get the ball off him. He shielded the ball well. He used the ball particularly well. It was mayhem. It was freaking mayhem because I'll talk to you about the second goal that he got. It was freaking mayhem. And I think right now for Arsenal, this is Drogba reincarnated. Because we know how much Drogba bullied these dudes and took over complete biological legal adoption of Arsenal. This, I think they've got a new daddy. They've got a new daddy. Okay? From now on, Arsenal, you refer to Lukaku as Papa. Okay? You refer to Lukaku as Papa. But before we go through, we need to get a drink. Because this drink is dedicated to one man. I had my doubts. I wanted Haaland. I wanted Lewandowski. I wanted Messi. I wanted so many different people. I had my doubts. I wasn't sure. I was like, could this be the man? But this right here, this goes to Lucas, first of his name, the Belgian Jedi, the Congolese chosen one, Skywalker. Look, Skywalker is for you because that's for me. That is one of the greatest debuts I've ever seen of a player. You cannot name me right now. I bet you cannot name me a better debut than that. Because obviously it's not really not a debut. It's like a re debut, but still he moves to different teams, so you can still call it a debut. You can for debut of all time, top 3 debut of all time. Look, I gave this to you, man. Let's break this down. You see, games are always in increments. So first 10 minutes, Arsenal looks all right. They look good. They moved the ball well. They passed the ball well. There was also space. The game was open, so Chelsea gave them space. And I think what worried me was without Kante, I was like, oh Lord in heaven. Could this now breed and form a platform for Arsenal to now say what's up and completely turn this game on their head? But then Chelsea settled down. And once they settled down, everything changed. And the key to this was Lukaku. It is so shocking how, that's why I said this has to be one of the greatest debuts we've ever seen of a player, because the way in which he was involved in almost every attack and how dangerous he was. Literally, almost every single time he touched the ball, something positive happened. Every time you give the because I was thinking to myself, okay, how can you give the ball to? So normally you give the ball to your number 10 or to your critical player, similar to what United do with Paul Pogba. But Lukaku was so good, you could see that everybody in the pitch was find Lukaku. Lukaku was like, give me the ball to feet, I'm going to make them happy, because if I give the ball to feet, it will stick. It's going to stick. And I know that because I've got a proper football IQ, unlike the freaking KGB sky team of Werner, I know that, okay, this is where I make a pass. This is where I lay the ball off. This is where I hold on to the ball, turn, run with the ball, and create something. So, because this is the guy that's got double figures in goals and assists for Inter. This is the same dude. It makes sense, because you're seeing a guy who is a complete package. A guy who is giving you complete 360 football. Because again, you look at that first goal that Chelsea scored. Ball coming into Lukaku, holding up the ball sticking to him, which is very important when you're in the attack, laying the ball off. And also, you see, I think it was Mari who tried to hold him. He knocked that guy off. Reece-James put the ball in, boom. And you see, here's the thing. Does Werner make that run? I don't think he does. Because part of being a great striker is not only what you can do on the ball, it's what you do off the ball. It's the runs you make. Not only the runs you make, the intelligence runs that they make. So this guy is a constant threat because, as you saw, once we now got into the 50 minutes, 20, 25 minutes, and Chelsea now settled into the game, you can now see what Chelsea were missing. Now, this team, they create chances. This team will give you opportunities. But when the opportunities fall to Werner, they get wasted. So I don't want to hear any team of Werner apology. I don't want to give. He has no time. Your time is done. Leave you have to leave now. Look for a new club because you're now, unless you're happy to be a super sub, unless you're happy to scrub Lukaku's feet and shine his shoes. Cool. Like Werner, your job right now is you're officially Romelu Lukaku's shoe shiner. You shine Lukaku's shoes and you make sure that he looks well. You prepare his suit. Okay. You are there to now serve Lukaku. You are now his servant. That's what you now do. Nothing more. You iron his clothes, you shine his shoes, and you make sure that he is clean, spink span. That's what you do. You are there to freaking serve this freaking dude. You're no longer involved in this freaking chat. So that's the first goal. Guys, did you peep precisely what happened for that second goal? Maybe you did it because most people would say that, oh, Alonso pulled the ball across, Lukaku missed it, Mount then gave the ball over to Reece-James. I've been watching Lukaku, and I have seen how Lukaku has played for Inter Milan. The key to that goal was Lukaku's dummy. Because if Lukaku controls the ball, that chance doesn't create. Lukaku knew exactly that Mount was behind him. He knew he was behind him. And he knew that because he's attracted so much of a threat, the Arsenal defender was coming for him. So let this guy come towards me. And because Mount is behind me, and this is the smarter move to make, I'm going to allow this defender to come through, bamboozle him, and he let the ball run through. So he dominated the Arsenal dude, which created the space for Mount, and Mount's beautiful pass to Reece-James, an excellent freaking finish. But the key, the catalyst to that was the dummy by Lukaku. He was heavily involved in both of the goals that were scored. And again, you look at the chance that he gives to you look at when I think it was Reece-James who dinks the ball in. No, it was Mount. It was Mount. Mount who dinked the ball in, and he saw him ahead. Superb save. Superb freaking save. An absolutely amazing freaking save by Leno. But this guy was constantly domestically abusing. He was domestically abusing Arsenal. It was a 90-minute domestic abuse. Most domestic abuse lasts for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Do you know what it means to be domestically abused for 90 minutes? I told you, Lukaku, I'm sorry, I can't defend you. 25 to life, San Quentin, 24-hour lockdown, 24-hour lockdown, like Denzel in freaking training day. So the way this team has completely changed is shocking. Because if Chelsea, let's say Chelsea didn't get Lukaku for some reason, this was a disaster, they didn't get Lukaku, so they started with Werner. Arsenal could have won this game. Chelsea would have had loads of possession, controlled the ball a lot. Arsenal could have just very easily sucker punched them. And you see, people who said this could be a that's the win, or people who said this would be 1-1, it's been 1-1. Chelsea got frustrated. Maybe they get a goal, Arsenal equalized, boom, it's been 1-1. Lukaku has totally revamped it. This is a new team. Just one player. And that's just what one player doing. This is totally a new freaking team. So when I was talking to you and I told you people that Werner is trash, he's useless, he's brainless. People say, "Oh no, give him a chance. Just give him a chance. He'll get better. He'll improve. Just encourage him. Rub his head." I want fans right now, Chelsea, any Chelsea fans right now, please open your rotten mouths and say that we should encourage Werner. Please, go on, tell me. Open your mouth and say you don't want to see a Ziyech Havertz Lukaku or a Mount Havertz Lukaku. Then please say it. Say it. Because if you do, I will slap you in the freaking face. I will slap you in the face. Anybody who opens their filthy, stinking, rotten mouth and say, "Oh, I'm sure Werner can still fit in," don't talk football, delete your Twitter, and go into your freaking basement kid because nobody wants to hear that crap from you. Okay? Stop talking nonsense. If you don't understand the sport of football, shut the hell up and go play croquet. Go play cricket. Okay? Or just go and play in your freaking dollhouse. This is big boy talk. Okay? This is a home of football analysis. This is a home of football analysis. Okay? We talk football here. This is strictly for guys who know about football. If you don't know football, I don't want to hear from you guys. Nothing at all. No, guys, I'll get you to subscribe. Anybody, if you want to super chats, I will get to super chats as soon as possible. I see this. The super chats are all here. I can see them all here. I will get them as soon as possible. So if you have anything to say it in the chat or send over that super chat to those jobs, and I will get to them as soon as possible. But I need to get this off. I need to get this off right now. Arsenal are facing 3 L's. Yeah. Well, we're looking at 3 L's because you see what this was supposed to be a win against Brentford, and okay, 1 win, 2 losses. Okay, because they lost to Brentford and now they lost to Chelsea, they're losing to Man City. 3 L's. So I think they've considered 4 Gs and have not scored a single goal. You saw what City did to Norwich. Arsenal fans, it gonna get bad. It gonna get bad. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. I told you to sack Arteta. I told you to say what's up to Benitez, but you didn't listen to me. You're like, Arteta, he worked with Pep. I don't want to say relegation because I have enough respect for Arsenal Football Club. I don't want to say relegation. But if things don't pick up, it's going to look bad. So that's what I'm saying. If things don't pick up right now, it is going to look real bad for Arsenal. But guys, I am so amazed by how different Chelsea look. And I'm so amazed that what I thought actually came through, that all this team needs is a striker. But this is the funny thing, though. Yes, Lukaku is a striker, he's a better finisher, he's a guy that makes better runs. But he's so much more than that. That's why I say, see, if Lukaku was a pure finisher, okay, cool, at least, if you give him a chance, he can score, but he's more than that. Like, Lukaku is like a striker stroke number 10. So yes, he can finish. Yes, he makes great runs. Yes, he's a greater presence. Yes, he occupies the center defenders a lot more. But my gosh, give him the ball to feet. He can lay a pass. He makes smart decisions. Do you hear what I said? Smart decisions. Do you know how long I had to suffer with that complete numbskull known as Werner? I don't mean to be with Werner. It's not personal. I have nothing against you as a human being. But I have everything against you as a footballer. Werner, see, when I speak about football, I'm very passionate because I'm very passionate about this sport. So when I call you a demented, thick-headed numbskull, that is to do with your football, not to do with as a person. No, as a person, you're a great guy, you're a lovely guy. As a footballer, you're a moron. You're a complete utter moron. And when you now look at what Lukaku does, this Lukaku performance makes Werner look even worse. It makes it look even worse because you're like, oh my God, Chelsea, we were suffering with this freaking dude. He can actually... He can control a ball. He can control a ball. He knows what he's doing when he has the ball. He's using his brain. He actually has footballing intelligence. He's thinking about what he's doing. It's ridiculous because look at how much better he makes Havertz. Havertz looks better now. Mount looks better now. Oh my Lord, imagine when Ziyech says what's up. Because once this guy started looking play, oh my Lord in heaven. I can't wait for Liverpool game. I cannot wait for the Liverpool game. Let's look at some of these dubs, man. Let's look at some of these dubs. From your boy, Suleiman. Thank you for the dub, Suleiman. Suleiman says, I know Barcelona are broke, but why aren't they making a move for the Lille centre-back Sven Botman? He's left-footed, tall, decent pace, huge upgrade on Longley. Suleiman, I think your club is poor. So last I checked, when your club is poor and they don't have any money, I don't think you can buy anybody. That just being real. Your club is poor and they have no money to freaking spend, man. So it is what it is. But blame your club for not buying a new defender and for relying on that moron called freaking Longley. Longley has nudes on Batamea and potentially Laporte as well. So blame those guys for having nudes. From SB, who says, next week, Lukaku versus VVD, heavyweight matchup. I love that it's Liverpool next. I love it. Because if bring it on. You see, if it was like Cicero, it's fine. Now, for Lukaku already, so you would have a case of where, he's playing against small teams. How good can he now do against big teams? The big test is now coming. And you are going up against arguably one of the best defenders in the world. Not the best defender in the Premier League. You're going to be going up against one of the best, most consistent performing defenders in the world. So this is a beautiful, amazing test against Van Dijk, and I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it. And I think Lukaku knows that, all right, this is now a step up. Because my hesitation with Lukaku, hence why I wanted Haaland, was I don't know how well he can do it against big teams and against the big defenders, but there's nothing I love more. There's nothing I love more than to be proven wrong. I love him being proven wrong. And I am not beyond the realm of saying, hey, I was wrong. So I do expect this to be a tough task for Lukaku. And if we now go past the past, top defenders do shut him down. Lukaku shuts me up. Shut up the freaking doubters. And I think that going into that game against Liverpool, this is the perfect tester. This is the perfect this is the perfect tune-up. Because you got a goal, man of the match performance, you looked money, you looked amazing. It is the perfect preparation to say what's up. From your boy Bash A, man, thank you for the Bash A. Bash A says, Ben White is a smart guy for calling in sick. This is what I said it on the terrace. I said it on the terrace. I said that Ben White knew that, wait a minute, there's already a massive amount of spotlight on me because people think that Arsenal were smoking pure white uncut crack cocaine by spending 50 million on me, a guy that no one knows, apart from the guys down the pub. Now, do you know how much worse the narrative could be if I roll up to this game against Chelsea, against an informed striker like Lukaku, and I get rolled over? Because Ben White is smart. Because Lukaku beat the living crap out of this defender. So if Ben White was one of those defenders that Lukaku was beating up, it will make the 50 million look even worse. Ben White's, he ain't really sick. Same thing as Aguero. Of course he's faking it. He knew that, and for me, if I was him, it makes sense. I would do the same, because why would you want that on your resume that that 50 mil was put in you and you break it like that? Nobody wants that on you, man. But guys, this is a new team. Like, my excitement now has grown tenfold, because, as I said on Twitter, Premier League fans who don't watch anything outside of the Premier League, they'll be shocked. They'll be like, wait a minute, this isn't the same Lukaku who was for Man United. That's because you stupid idiots. All you watch is the Premier League because you believe that the Premier League is the be-all and end-all. But guys like us on this channel and so forth, we watch football. See, we're not like league fans. We're not just club fans. We are football fans. So we watch football all around. And if you saw how Lukaku played last season, this isn't surprising. There's a reason why he had double figures in goals and assists. Because his overall game, beyond just his finishing and how little he's in front of goal, is quality. His ball control, his balance, his strength with the ball, his holding of the ball, with his link play, his passing, his first touch. This Sims has left the building. Now, of course, you'll see a few rough touches here and so forth, but the improvement that you've seen from me is amazing. And let's keep it real. Abuse him all he wants, insult him all he wants, call him a sulker, call him a guy that likes to throw stuff out of his pram. A lot of thanks has to go to Conte. Yes, an improvement of a player comes down to the player himself, because the player has to go to the training ground and work hard. Are you listening, Balotelli? So you have to give a portion of the credits to the actual player who does the work and executes it. But a massive amount of credit has to go to the manager, because it's the manager who says, do this, don't do this, make this happen, work on this. This is what you need to do, because it's that manager who hires those coaches and who works with you day in, day out training. No, hold up like this, move like this, go like this, trap like this, understand like this, and gives you that extra understanding and that extra confidence. So Conte has to be given a massive amount of credit for how he's been able to say what's up to Lukaku, man. But it's funny because when we're doing the preview, guys, it was an Arsenal fan, Hati Momo, who said that, and I want to know whether he thinks the same. He said that, Arsenal are a big club. And Arsenal are still a bigger club than Chelsea because of their history. And this is what I even asked the Arsenal fans. As an Arsenal fan, can you, in your heart of hearts, especially given what Arsenal have gone through, and now the ease with which Chelsea have beaten Arsenal, and the fact that Arsenal could now hold 3 Ls, and Arsenal are rapidly now heading towards mid-table obscurity, can you still, with your heart of hearts, say, this is now a big team? Because I don't understand how a big club is a mid-table team. You can't, the two don't correlate. As much as I abuse United and so forth and everything, they've still in the last few years been amongst the top 3, top 4, and so forth. United have not fallen all the way down to 8th. Even at their lowest, in the past 20, 30 years, it was 6th, which was under Moyes. That's the lowest that they've been. Like, the lowest they've been is 6th. They've never sniffed 8th. Arsenal have to come to the realization that you are now a mid-table team. You're only a big club in branding and business. You're not a big club with regards to football. You're no longer a team that's feared. You're no longer a team that small teams are afraid to play. And when people talk about the big 6 and so forth, you're no longer involved in that conversation. Like Leicester City, with less funding and less funds, have surpassed you. And I warned Arsenal guys, and I said this from way back, Arteta is not the dude. And the worst thing that happened to Arsenal was Arteta winning the FA Cup. Because once Arteta won the FA Cup, it was an excuse to keep him. It was an excuse to keep him. Because it was like, oh my gosh, he's won the FA Cup, therefore he can now say what's up. But all because you win the FA Cup. The FA Cup is an irrelevant trophy. It's an irrelevant trophy. So Arsenal, be very wary, because you could be holding 3 Ls, and the Ls could keep on mounting, and you can now have a situation where you now sack Arteta, you bring in a new manager, and can that new manager change things around? And if you bring in like a Sam Allardyce or a guy from the road, he may just be there to consolidate you, but not really moving you up. Let me hit another dub here from RXDSZ, man. Thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the dub, man. RXDSZ. Kai Havertz and Marcos Alonso combination is nasty. If Kante is fit, I think Alonso starts. Rudiger was helping him today. Reece-James coming for the number 1 right back. Look, I mean, you see, Chilwell is a better defender. He's a quality to defender. But when I look at Alonso, I think of Marcelo and Real Madrid. He's not as good as Marcelo, but I think of Marcelo where he's a liability defensively, but he's so good going forward. You need to now think 4-dimensionally as a manager and say, okay, how can we offset and cater for his defensive frailties? So that is where a Kante is important, and that is where a Rudiger is important. So that's why the defense did really well to ensure that Alonso was not exposed, because Alonso is so good going forward because he's a really good footballer. Because Alonso is a far superior footballer than Chilwell. Chilwell is better defensively, but what Alonso does in the ball is far too good. And when you look at how good Lukaku is, just that unit of Alonso, Havertz, Ziyech or Mount, and Lukaku, and you have Reece-James as well, these guys could cause some serious freaking issues. Serious issues, because what I now want to see is those smaller teams. Because what you now have is when you play those smaller teams, you need a presence. You need a guy to give the ball to. And if you have a great possession, but you have a striker who has presence and a striker that can always receive the ball, it ain't going to change things. And for me, between Alonso, Havertz, Mount, Ziyech, Reece-James, and he now puts Lukaku in there, bro, man, I think gonna get some money, man. Gonna get some freaking money, man. And Reece-James. I'm taking Reece-James over Trent. Trent. He does his thing. Trent does his thing. I'm taking Reece-James over Trent. Because first of all, Reece-James did more for that UCL win than Trent did. Trent shows his quality. But if we talk about quality of crossing, the quality of crossing with Reece-James, and let's keep it real, if we not took everything into account, going forward and defending, Reece-James is the better right back. See, Trent may be a better crosser, and he's a better passer. But when you look at the right back, is how good you are defensively and how good you are going forward. That is what a right back is. A right back, first and foremost, is a defender. Because a right back is a part of the defensive unit. So the fact that Homeboy is very strong, very tough, and it's very hard to get past him. And he's very good on the ball, got a great freaking first touch, and he's a smart crosser as well. Bro, let's talk about him. And remember, he's still a young kid. He's still a very young kid who is only going to get better and better and better under Tuchel. But that attack unit is what we say is money. What attacking unit is what we say is money. But look, man, I mean, it's Chelsea looking good, man. I cannot lie, man. Chelsea are looking really, really good, man. But look, Lukaku, man. Lukaku is freaking different, man. I can't see anyone stopping these dudes from winning the league. Relax and chill. It's the early days here. It's still early days. It is still early days. See, for me, I'm not one of those reactionary guys that says, oh my gosh, Chelsea, look, Arsenal are Arsenal. Arsenal are Arsenal. But what I'll say, though, is that Lukaku has put a lot of guys on notice. That's what he has put a lot of guys on notice. And what this has done is it's a statement. I think even someone even said it online that I think this is about righting many wrongs. This is about reminding people that, you know what? People thought I was dumb. People thought I was useless. This is to remind guys that, nah, I'm still about that life. So it's for him, it's about unfinished business. It's about unfinished business, man. What are we doing? HH, why don't you support your players like Timo Werner? Because I'm a realistic supporter. I am not. I told you, I think independently. All because you play for a team I follow doesn't mean I have to support you. Hence why I insulted Yakubu. I insulted Igalo for Nigeria. Hence why I insulted Torres and Morata as well. So all because you play for my team doesn't mean that I have to be dishonest. And remember, honesty is the best medicine. If you're crap, you're crap. See, footballing reality comes above everything. See, there's some guys who are more club fans than football fans. I will always be, first and foremost, a football fan. And when you're a football fan, there's a footballing reality. If you're good, you're good. If you're bad, you're bad. And I'm gonna call it out. You know? So this whole notion of like, oh, because you play for the team, nah. That doesn't work, man. Vividi will sexually abuse Lukaku and Pell will run around his press. Look, I told you I can't wait. It's so funny that these games are coming in thick and fast, man. But I can't wait. Like, that is a great test, and Liverpool are looking good. And you just hope that it's pretty much going to be both sides at full strength. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that game. It should be good. Yeah, game should be it should be good. And look, man, it's Lukaku knows that it's going to be a massive step up. It's going to be a massive step up, and Chelsea will know that this ain't the Liverpool you faced last season. This is a Liverpool with Van Dijk and guys who will now be a lot more focused and ready to say what's up even more, man. But look, man, I mean, so like, this is what it's about. And I think Lukaku does know that there've definitely been those rumblings of, okay, his quality, he's a stats batter against the best teams. He doesn't say what's up. So it's time to prove those critics wrong. But it's gonna be like, look, it's gonna be far more difficult. Lukaku ain't gonna have his way with Arsenal as the way that he with Liverpool. That's gonna happen. Like Liverpool is gonna be a whole different ball of wax, man. But guys, Chelsea have put guys on notice. They've put guys on notice, and they're just trying to tell guys, like, you know what? Chill, relax. Chill, relax. You know, that's what they said. Chill, relax. Chill, relax, man. Uncle Wama, thank you for the dub. Uncle Wama, thank you for that dub. Uncle Wama, thank you, bro. This is the biggest fall in football. At least Milan had an excuse of being broke. Arsenal are loaded, and you go from Henry, Vieira, Bergkamp, Sol Campbell to Smith Rowe, Mari, Cedric. Who are these dudes? Milan was a bigger fall. Like this is bad. Milan was a bigger fall. Arsenal were never as big as AC Milan. Simple. Like Arsenal, they were never as big as AC Milan. AC Milan were one of the best teams in Europe and won European trophies. As good as Arsenal were, Arsenal's height was invincibles, but Arsenal did nothing in Europe. Arsenal's best performance in Europe was 2006 when they got to the final, and that was it. So they never made it any. So the fall was great in Milan because Milan went from one of the best, most fair teams in Europe that had some of the best players in the world to finishing 7th, 8th, mid-table, not sniffing a Champions League. For Arsenal, it's still a big fall. It is still a big fall because you went from being one of the most respected teams that have some of the most quality players out there, although they didn't do anything in Europe. Because Arsenal, they underachieved at their height. But still, it's still a big fall. And I think, for Arsenal, man, it is a, and you see, this is the difference here. Milan, as tough as it was for Milan, they always had that badge. That's why Arsenal are in a much more difficult position. Because of Milan's rich history and their amazing history, US they've got a bounce back because these guys were too high. They were too big, and the badge is too popular, too famous. Arsenal have never reached the heights that AC Milan have reached. Never, ever. So Arsenal and AC Milan, you cannot put them in the same category of how big these clubs are. Milan are a much bigger club than Arsenal. See, for me, I view it in terms of footballing heritage and what you've done in football. Milan are always bigger. The reality that Arsenal have to now face now and accept is you're now a mid-table club. Leeds can say what's up to you. Norwich can say what's up to you. Scunthorpe can test that job. Lugo can say what's up. Lugo right now can have a conversation with Arsenal, and Arsenal have to listen. Lugo can sit down in Arsenal studio and say, "Look, man, let's talk. Let's have a conversation." Because I don't want to go there. I don't want to go because there's a very scary place that we could go. There's a very frightening place that we could potentially go, but I don't want to go there because that's why I don't even watch horror movies. But because I'm scared, I'm worried, I'm frightened. Because I just want to throw the question out there. I want to throw it out there just for a laugh. Is this going to be a relegation season for Arsenal? Is this going to be because my thing is, and me and Red Devil were even saying this before the season, is that how many teams in the Premier League would you put money on Arsenal being able to beat? Like, how many teams would you say, oh, Arsenal, they can definitely beat these guys? There's not many. Because I think that's lost to Brentford. Because that loss to Brentford could be a potential body blow. Because what would normally happen? Okay, you lose to Brentford, but then shocking, but you never bounce, but you bounce back. But that loss to Brentford, it was so convincing and so comprehensive that you've been knocked back so bad, but then you now have to face Romelu, the domestic abuser, Lukaku, and then afterwards you've now got Man City as well. So it's like, oh Lord, like, can we rest? Can we live? Can we relax? Because like Chelsea made Arsenal look like This people say, oh, this it's not a London, it's not a derby game. Like Arsenal are not rivals. You see, it's almost like how they used to make this that Serena Williams' rival was this is that Serena Williams' rival was Sharapova, but she beat the crap out of her like 90% of the time. So that's not a rival. A rival is Federer and Nadal. That's a rivalry because it's like you win, I win, you win. So it's tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. That's a rivalry. A rivalry was Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Chelsea Arsenal is not a rivalry. They just say that just to try and sell tickets, just to try and sell. But this is not Chelsea. Don't view Arsenal as a contemporary. I'm sorry, like Arsenal is not in Chelsea's vision and so forth. Like Chelsea looking okay, Man City, Liverpool. These are the guys that they're looking at, maybe even United. It's not like us, like a mid-table team can't be your rival. A team that struggles to beat Brentford can't be your rival. So the only relation that Chelsea have to Arsenal is, oh, we're both in the same city. But like, see, Arsenal, the closest that Arsenal came to this was in 06. 06. That is the only time Chelsea have come close to this right here. And I think that, see, I still speak fluent CL. I told you, I still speak fluent CL. If you don't have a CL, I can't talk to you. If you don't have a UCL, I can't talk to you. I can't relate to you. I don't know who you are. But I'm worried. I am worried for Arsenal moving forth, man. But I'm still going to refrain from saying that they're going to be fighting for relegation. I'm still refrain from saying, but guys, August 26th can't get here any sooner, man. August 26th gonna get into that. When that UCL draw comes through, ooh, Lord in heaven, man. Lord in heaven. Like I can't wait. I can't wait because this team without Lukaku won the Champions League. So this team with Lukaku and an improved Havertz, an improved Mount, a Ziyech who's not fully focused, a defense which is now resolute, a midfield that we already know is watertight. Chelsea could do some serious damage. They could do some serious damage. And you can talk about PSG all you want. The better coached, managed team, 9 times out of 10 will always beat the so-called team with better players. Because you have quality players doesn't mean so. Or Eminem, Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady, bring it on, bring it on. Because you have all these quality players and so forth. We got Tommy T. So and also as well, as much as you want to say about PSG, you've not won a UCL. So PSG can't talk to Chelsea if you don't have this. You need this is what you need. This is needed right here. The UCL. Well, before I get out of here, man, I'm happy for Lukaku. And I think that for Lukaku, and the job isn't done yet because Lukaku is like, no. This is only one game. I'm here to complete a project. Because I know for a fact it would have hurt his feelings, the abuse that he received. Tim's, cumbersome, and the memes that people made of him while he was at Man United, it would have hurt his feelings. And I'm sure that always lingered in his mind. And I think he always felt as if, I could always return to Chelsea, but he didn't think it would be this soon. So for Lukaku, this is a redemption story. And this is to remind guys in the Premier League that, you know what? I am back here to try to remind the guys of what I'm about. Remind guys of what I'm about and why I'm that freaking dude. And for me, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see what this guy does this season, man. Look, the boy Luke has landed. The boy Luke has landed. So, guys, If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you're here, please drop a like, man. Drop a like. Let's get up to 200 likes, man. Please, before you leave, drop a like to support this video, man. Drop that like to support this video. Drop that like and subscribe if you're new. And guys, we'll be back here at 11:15 for the Saturday hangout, man. So guys, peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Chelsea have landed. Luke Skywalker, the Belgian Congolese Jedi, has landed. Arsenal, God help you.